people. I have to do a quick review about Baby Greed. If you guys ever heard, I gave you guys the riddle. Anything about her? This is my character is reflecting to Cream the Rabbit because there is a there's a future like future road. It's like when it will ever appear when she comes. When he comes, this is when Cream. Whenever she appears in a Sonic game, she will appear more than one time. That'll be up to Sega, but I would probably just say Baby Greed would be a playable character throughout Sonic's game, not like Cream can. Baby Greed is gonna be more of a playable character. He's gonna be more of a strong character that faces so much things down, faces his nightmares, something big and huge, and there's no stopping him. He just can. He could be more a playable character. He's just gonna be like another Sonic character, like another Sonic, just the opposite side of him, and he can do anything like Sonic can. But he goes a different route as an RPG character, but he will play he it will be a playable character in every single Sonic game combined. The thing is that you will always see Baby Greed in every single Sonic game. Even if Sonic's on his own, you cannot miss him on every single video or game. You will always see him there. But this timeline, he is too far from Sonic's. He is too far from his timeline, so we don't know if it'll ever happen. If Baby Greed will finally be finally chosen for his final timeline, where the timeline will finally come together, where Baby Greed and Sonic will finally come together, and they will work together. And if that happens, there will be two mascots, not one, two mascots. Baby Greed is another fast hedgehog. Well, flyer for now. When he's fully grown like this, he's a fast runner. Um, yeah, Greed is more when he's fully grown. He's more of a playable character. He probably takes the role of taking over Sonic's role playing. Not really. There will be like Sonic's story, Greed the Hedgehog story, back and forth, like that. But we will all want to have Sonic's play story, but everybody will want to see Greed the Hedgehog in his own play style game. So it'll be like back and forth each other, like they're both playing against each other. That's kind of cool. You get to see Greed and you get to see Sonic. But eventually, you want them both to be together and face out the enemies together. So that's where it's going to be a very big handful. But everybody's gonna like Reed the Hedgehog, and everybody's gonna like Sonic. They're both gonna be more of an E character of high speed. Um, I've heard that Cream is too young. So yeah, Cream is too young. But for Baby Greed, he is way too young than Cream. Cream is older than Baby Greed. But the thing is, she is too young. She's for Baby Greed, he's not. He was an adult back then, and in the first version, he was not able to be a playable character because he was too young at that time. But he was always there to. He always appeared in every single story mode. Um, every single story mode in the cradle, in the crib, and he always be there when Sonic needed him. So yeah, it's like taking care of a baby. But when he got older, and when he used the time reverse, it went back. Well, when he grew up and became fully grown, he was a playable character at that time. But he was always shown in every story mode. But he was a playable character when he was fully grown. But when the monster finally rose, he had a choice to make. If he didn't reverse time, he would surely die. That was the main here main scripture of Tikal and the other mystery people that told him if you don't reverse time, you will surely die. Even if you try to escape the monster, you will surely die. You will all perish, finally be non-existence. The world will end. The galaxy will end. Everything will be gone but there. Drifting in space, searching for a new target to destroy. Non no stopping him. But the thing is, there's nowhere he can go. He's trapped in a space, screaming and roaring alone with nobody to face and no one to rule over. He's just a lonely character in space, drifting in the dark space line. But that didn't happen. Um, Greed did reverse time and turn the monster back into his slumber, send him back to for eternal slumber, hidden under the world that we can never find him. We don't even know what he looks like because he shapes his different forms, hiding himself from the heroes to find him and destroy him. So there's no way we can find him or seek him. So yeah, it's just a peaceful world. There's no way we can find him. We already know because the scripture says so. Um, but the thing is, when he reversed time, Baby Greed's not able to be playable, cannot to be playable anymore. That is incorrect. Wrong. Yes, he's playable. Yes, he's playable because when he reversed time, he was still an adult. Meaning, even if he reversed time, he's smart enough to be as an adult, as a baby adult. But he's smart enough to face his challenges on his own. Nothing can stop him because he was already an adult. So there's this. Does this mean can he still be a playable character as a baby? Yes, he could be a playable character as a baby because he was already an adult. This is him. Back in the time, he was already when he grew up, he was a playable character. But in the story mode, when he was a baby, he was not able to be playable because he didn't learn that much about the world. But he was kind of a playable character. It would be just like Cream, but a little bit more than Cream. Um, but when he grew up and he was fully grown, then he faced his enemies on Greed the Hedgehog GL. But when he reversed time, he became a baby again. But does this mean he can't be a playable character? Not exactly. He can still be a playable character, and he will still be in this limbo. He will still be in the limbo of Greed the Hedgehog, meaning he can still be a playable character throughout Sonic's games as a baby. And that means the Cabela and the rest of the heroes that were babies back then and they were adults, they still could be playable even if they're babies because they are smart. They know how to avoid the bad things and everything. They're just like original characters from an adult side, meaning they can still be playable, but there's still that little time warp that they are. If they're babies again, they can't stay up and all that, but they still be playable characters and all that. So there is no end because they're still an adults and they can still play as playable characters. But they're not adults; they're babies again. Yes, they might be babies again, but they can still be playable characters because they were fully grown. They learned everything when they were children, and they grew up to learn everything how to survive on their own. Can they still be? Yes, they can still be. This means Baby Green can actually get out of his crib and go where he wants to go. But when Amy's around, there's no way he can escape. But he tries, and he can escape with Sonic's help. So this means it's like Sonic's trying to sneak Baby Green out of his crib and trying to go out and save the world together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It can still be that, and there you will always see the heroes always by your always by them. So there is no end to Baby Greed the Hedgehog and Greed the Hedgehog. So he will be a playable character throughout Sonic's histories, and that's that, and the rest of his friends as well. Well, people, I just wanted to leave that question mark about that. So there is no end to Baby Greed the Hedgehog. He is a playable character throughout Sonic's games. See you later.